Hey guys, Longren with Frisbee Gaming, back again with more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So we killed the, what was it called? Playful Darkness, I think it was? Yeah, so we killed the Playful Darkness in the last one. We've gone through most of the Fane. Yes, I am a baby who has to play on the easiest difficulty, and therefore second gaming. Yeah, who's... Is it just the move on quick thing? Yeah, so we killed the Playful Darkness, although I did have to drop the difficulty down, because I'm obviously terrible. I can't be affected by it. Actually, I don't care about it on him, so we'll move it on the main character. It didn't remove it. Oh, it removed... Didn't remove either. Okay. Yeah, we just needed to continue through... to unlock the, What is this thing called? Why... words are failing me right now. Altar. Jeez. I kept wanting to say temple, and I was like, that's not the right word. Yeah, so we just need to put in the final key on this altar here. And then we can go fight Darazend. The key fits perfectly and starts to emit a disturbing glow. When the last key is inserted, you hear a rumble. The door in front of you opens. The way to the heart of the Fane is clear. I like how this door causes like the entire thing to shake and for stuff to fall from the ceiling.
Is that a trap?
Whoa, okay. Let's stop and bro, you're killing me.
I am here all week. Beautiful.
Oh no, not a blade barrier. Damn it. What did I roll on that? Whew. Yeah, whatever place we're with, I'm gonna need to like bump their trickery to like crazy high. Well, I don't want to just sit around, because that's boring, so we're just going to skip.
Keep your calm.
Which means everyone lost their buff. Yay!
I'm up for an adventure.
Love it. Okay. Oh my... This might not be good. About to go fight the boss and everybody's out of their good spells. No. On myself. There we go. Cool. Let's go take on Darazend. You are blinded by a sudden flash. It feels like giants are hammering on your temples, and a monstrous pain lashes your chest. Your wound has reopened at the worst possible moment and is gushing blood. You sense the malevolent proximity of the abyss. You can almost touch the threat emanating from it. Slowly, almost reluctantly, the wound closes, but the pain and your heightened awareness remain. The hall bears the traces of the huge Baylor's anger. Some demons are lying on the floor, literally ground into a bloody mess, while the rest are cowering against the walls. The blood is not confined to the ground either, but is splashed across the face of the kneeling Monago. It's not clear if it came from the pentagram on the Lilith's forehead, or from a slash of the Baylor's claw.
Let me into the rift, Tarazand. We're all going to die here. Trying to fight back. It's madness.
No one goes into the rift. You will fight, all of you, or else.
Baylor unleashes a deafening roar, the eyes on his huge head filling with true madness. If any want to leave, let them go, demon, and fight me if you're so eager.
I told you, Tarazand. Now you're going to die, and they'll hang your horned skull on the walls of Dresden.
You and your little troop made a fool of me at the Battle of Dresden. Finally, I can make you pay. Finally.
Let's find out. What the hell? Something acted in between there. Oh. Hand of the Inheritor. Okay. Actually, yeah, I need her to go for Darazan, because he's going to be the... Oh, okay, cool. She actually got a hit in. Which I was not expecting. Front there. Can I reach across there? No. And my reflex save sucks. So... what can I do? Nope, out of that. I should have thought about this before. Let's see if I can get across. It's two of them, right? I'm gonna say, otherwise I'm just gonna stand there and not do anything, which would be pointless, so. Let's try and sleep this one. Yeah, of course she succeeded. I just want to make sure he's out of it. There we go. I killed the main character. It killed me. You know what? I'm just gonna keep this going. Can I get all of them? Yeah, she's annoying me. Really? Yeah, sure. So if I miss, I still do damage. You know what? Just gotta keep trying to get him through, because he's not gonna do anything anyways. Let's see if we can... saved. So what are we looking at here? Come on, where's the info? Oh, yeah, I'm never gonna... he's just never gonna fail it, so... Really? You got knocked back? That's interesting. I'm just gonna stand him in front then. No way he's gonna hit this, but I'm likely only going to succeed on this because of the Hand of the Inheritor. Although to be fair, your sword is not doing too bad. It's grit. She did damage! Yay! I just need you to move up front. Ah, the hand missed. Okay, well. Time to finish this.
Rifts are usually chaotic and unstable. That's why I've been plagued by one question. How could demons have created a stable, permanent passage from the abyss here in the world? And as I stare into the flames of the rift itself, the answer still eludes me. What is the secret to this canker festering at the very heart of our world? How can we heal it?
My friends and comrades, the time has come for us to discuss something of the utmost importance. It is here, on the threshold of the abyss, that I must announce an important decision before you all. But first, we shall talk about you, Commander. About how well you have discharged the duties I entrusted to you.
My righteous sister in faith, must these discussions take place now at such a moment? The enemy is watchful, and its forces are great. That is what we must turn our attention to, not scrutinizing our fellow crusaders.
In the 100 years that this war has lasted, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought about how we can win it. That is precisely why we cannot delay the conversation any longer.
After everything I've done for the Crusade, you're going to put me on trial.
Not a trial, merely a superior evaluating the actions of a subordinate. May I remind you that it was I who entrusted you with your title and an army? The first and most glaring issue I'd like to discuss is how you have used the divine gift that was bestowed upon you. An aura of necromancy hangs over Dresden. My clerics and paladins tell me they have never seen anything like it, even in Gen. And its source is quite obvious.
This will be interesting because my first playthrough I took the Angel Path, and the reason I took the Angel Path I ended up not even sticking with was as you get to the end of the game, instead of having to spend 5 minutes buffing everybody up, the Angel's like 2 spells, everybody's good to go. So I may do that again at some point, but I think what my plan is here is to finish up the Lich Path because this seems interesting. And then what I'll do is I will go through a... what's it called? A Legend Path. So I will be veering off from this playthrough instead of going through all over again and taking Legend, so I'll be respecing and stuff like that, which, you know, kind of cheese, but whatever. Just to see what I can get out of a Legend build, because that's really piqued my interest when I found out you get 40 character levels out of it. And then after that point, I'll probably end up not playing this for a while, mostly because Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker will be coming out by the time I think I finish with that. But yeah, I do want to do an Aeon playthrough. I do want to do an Angel playthrough. I do want to do a Demon playthrough. I do want to Devil. Like, I want to experience all of the Mythic Paths, but it's like a years long process. That's a lot of this game to play through, and like I could do it feasibly if like I got paid to do this, like as a streamer or YouTuber or whatever. But obviously, I'm just doing this in my spare time for fun. So, but yeah, so this will be interesting to see what she says here.
A commander's absolute priority is leading the Crusader armies. And I cannot help but notice that you have handled this part of your responsibilities well. I strange choice of companions. The good gods teach us to seek the light even in the darkest soul, and to believe in redemption. But it is one thing to believe in the good intentions of a murderous succubus, and, for example, send her to a temple of Desna to be cared for by experienced priests. But it is another matter entirely to take the demon with you to the front lines, where one well-timed stab in the back could put a tragic end to our entire Crusader cause. It is unthinkably reckless.
Only if you consider the cause being wasted by one person.
My lady, Arushale has proven herself to be a faithful and reliable comrade. She has fought bravely for us, and we both want to see the demons defeated. Is there any reason to reproach the commander for accepting her into our party?
You can find reasons aplenty in any Mendevian cemetery, Sealer. Each one is full of the graves of those who were deceived by demons.
I'm actually curious what my... So I could do this one. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do this one. Let me remind you that you were the one who assigned Nira Dendawar to my entourage, who turned out to be a Baphomet cultist. So which one of us is incapable of choosing worthy companions?
A fair reproach. Let's hope Arushale will stand head and shoulders above Nora. I also wish to mention what you did with Iomede's banner, the Sword of Valor. This sacred relic, handed to you to defend the city against the demons, has become a reflection of you. I do not know how you managed to distort its features, but I cannot overlook it. I only pray that Iomade will forgive us all for this most improper treatment of her relic. That is all I wish to say. And now, to summarize, you can think my assessment is empty fault-finding, but I am responsible for the entire crusade, for Mendev, and for the future of those who have encountered or will encounter the evil of the Worldwound. I do not have the luxury of making a single mistake. That is why I am forced to remove you from the command of the Fifth Crusade.
This is how you thank me for everything I've done? Throughout the Queen's entire speech, Daeron is silent, but his silence is more expressive than an entire crowd yelling profanities.
This is why I always take payment up front. The customers become very shifty when everything is done.
I deeply respect the desire for discord among Crusades, but not all the accusations you level at the commander are guided by that desire. My righteous sister, you are entitled to make such a decision, but please reconsider whether this is the right one. He is not just the Crusade commander. He is our hope. Our only hope.
Our only hope is he? I see you do not value me or the other heroes of the Crusade very highly, my righteous brother and comrade. But let me continue. Do not take your demotion as a punishment. I have in many respects been forced to take this step. As we all know, the demons have created a new weapon, the Hindrian crystals, which provide them with truly mythical powers. We managed to remove the threat temporarily, but not eliminate its source. The Hindrian crystals were brought here to Galarian through this rift. I shall do everything to ensure this route is blocked from now on. I shall destroy all the paths from the Midnight Fane to Dresden, blocking the passages with rocks if I have to, so that demons passing through this indestructible rift cannot descend upon the city. This is a forced measure. I am doing this for the safety of Dresden, but this won't solve the problem. We should, no, we must, track the demon's path and settle this issue once and for all. And that means venturing into the abyss. No one but you, with your unique power, can handle this task. That is why I shall take over the command of the Crusader armies, and you will journey forth on this great mission.
If you destroy the Fane and its exit, how will I return to Galarian?
Don't worry about that. I will go with you, and I know the secrets of traveling between planes. I have also been to the Abyss before, and I have fought the beasts that dwell there. My sword and my experience will help you on this mission.
In the Lexicon of Paradox, a reel of Warlesh's book, it says that there are 5 such rifts within the borders of the Whirlwind. so blocking the exit from the Fane will only deprive the demons of one of their 5 routes here.
Wait a minute. And where is this lexicon of paradox now? I would also like to take a look at it.
I have no idea where it is, to be honest. Probably still gathering dust in her laboratory.
A pity. We could have learned so much from that book.
True, until the problem of the hindering crystals is solved, we won't be able to win. I'm going to the Abyss.
We will go to the Abyss side by side, champion, and Dresden will greet us with jubilation on the day of our return.
Wish me luck as well. Until next we meet. Quickly!
Shall survive this ordeal.
This is not my time yet.
Excruciating. Why am I so weak?
Just killed everybody repeatedly. You able to talk to people? Or really just one step away from the Abyss? This place is teeming with inescapable evil. Okay, they're just gonna have like little one-liners. Okay, now the part that's gonna suck here is I'm gonna lose my regen from the Sword of Valor.
The commander has stepped through the rift, and now there is no going back. Onward, to solitude, to the unknown, to the abyss.
Oh, there, I was like, what was that? Come on. Champion, I am amazed. I sensed a surge of power within you the moment we boldly stepped forth into the rift. The power was dark, but I have faith that you can keep it in check and wield it only to save Golarion from the abyssal invasion. The angel turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that has been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense, and even the soft golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So that's where this rift leads. To the realm of the most cunning of all demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but that fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. So this is the Abyss. It's not such a bad place. The inhabitants of this place are experts in pleasure and entertainment, as well as in life. Pleasure and entertainment in life, as well as undeath. Urgathoa's realm is far away, but she doesn't discount the value of this plane either. You can look forward to plenty of pleasurable diversions on your expedition. What can you tell me about this place? These are the Midnight Isles. An odd mix of pensiveness and profound aversion rings in the angel's voice. This is the realm of Nocticula, the Lady in Shadow. Every corner of the Abyss is repellent in its own way, but this is where one truly walks on corpses. The angel gestures at the land with his iron gauntlet, on the corpse of demon lords that were treacherously murdered. Every monster slain by Nocticula becomes an island, like the one we're standing on right now. This place seems to be created specifically to befuddle the hearts and minds of the righteous. What I mean is that the demon lords are our enemies and their deaths should please us. But as I look at this black sky, I realize that sometimes the death of evil creates even greater evil. Why would Nocticula kill the other demon lords? For power, of course. Every new murder that she commits extends her realm, and the greater her realm, the greater her power. The ambitions of the Lady in Shadow are great, and she knows no mercy, so the archipelago has become much larger in the millennia of her rule here. What does Nocticula have to do with the invasion of Golarion? I do not know. Before the idol we saw in the Midnight Fane, I had not seen any trace of her influence in the World Wound. But it's no wonder. The Lady in Shadow values guile, subterfuge, and devious plots. I will not be surprised if it turns out that she has been secretly aiding Baphomet and Discari since the first days of the invasion. What should I be wary of here? Beware every shadow, the angel answers without hesitation. This is the Abyss, the plane of chaos and evil. It would be fair to compare our mission to that of spies sent deep into enemy territory. We do not belong here, and everyone and everything that does not seek to kill us on sight will either kill us or slowly, or use us for unimaginable evil. It is a shame that we cannot hope for the protection of the Sword of Valor in this place, or of the use of the one who used to wield it. You should have sensed it already, how different everything feels without the banner's holy protection. What is our plan? We need to find the source of the Nahandian crystals and destroy it forever, if possible. We need to know for certain that the crystals were transported in the World Wound through the rift that we used to get here. What we must do right now is to take a thorough look around. We need to understand what this place is and what they were doing with the crystals here, whether they were creating them or mining them or bringing them here from somewhere else. I would also like to know who is in charge of the demons on this side of the rift. There's still many traces here. There still may be traces here, or even some documents or witnesses. I see. Onward. Be careful, champion. I will wait for you here. So real quick, we're going to go through mythic levels. Since these go a little bit faster. What about... Sorry, I need to look up builds. Mythic rank. That's right, we're on the casting team now. So... Improved abundant casting? Okay, hang on, let me... Lasts longer than an hour, but you're 24 hours. It lasts 24 hours. Okay, so I'm going to go with improved abundant casting, because more spells right now is a little more important, but then I'm going to be taking enduring spells and greater enduring spells. So I don't have to constantly keep buffing. Level. Storm bolts. This isn't bad. Okay, plus 2 racial bonus on all saving throws against paralysis, poison, sleep, and stunning effects. Plus 4 enhancement bonus to your natural AC. You also get a plus 2 enhancement bonus constitution, which won't matter when we're dead. You're also affected by difficult terrain, unaffected by difficult terrain. Unarmed strikes, yeah, it's all unarmed strike stuff. This is tough. I'm gonna go with Stone Skin. Now, oh, can't cast spells even from magic items. That might not be so good then. Minute per level. That would be good. Because the annoying concealment stuff doesn't work on us. This is a really good spell. I'm just not a good spell caster, so maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna go choosing. And range touch attack. 26 of this cold damage after negative energy. Has damage indicates the blend condition. Okay. It's drowning, electricity, poison, stunning, and all spell effects. Okay. Damage action 5 magic, which would help me tank. What else can we get for this? Yeah, for now survivability is a bigger thing, so we'll go with this. Plus it lasts a while. Whereas, like, what was the one I was looking at? Umbral Strike. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to be leaning into stuff that, like, buffs me in this. Rather than, like, damage spells. Okay, what have we taken? Abundance Rage, Abundance Might, Archmage Armor, one of us. This would be good, because then my Mage Armor would last forever. Is there any other... This means he would damage every round when he attacks. Charge. This one do we hit? This might not be too bad. Natural attacks. Yeah, I'm gonna Thunder and Blows. Because he misses like all the time and that kind of impacts things. Where is Staunton? One. 5th rank. Leading strike. Yeah, I can get behind that. This one I have to look up too. Okay. No, that's not the one I wanted. There you are. Kinetic overcharge? I think I already took that, right? Oh, here we go. Oh, if you use 2 substance infusions, you connect blast. There we go. What do we say for Domir? Didn't it take ranging shots? It didn't. Okay. And greater abundant casting. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with greater abundant casting. That's fine.
There are many roads to success.
No one stands in my way.
Let's heal up a little bit. That should be good. Stone at the entrance to these gates looks worn, so there is no doubt that they saw frequent use. This once used to be working portal, but now the gates are inactive and lifeless. I don't know why I keep trying to read it off the screen when it's right here.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
First time I got here and I clicked on this portal, it took me like 10 minutes to figure out what the hell was going on. It's like, why can't I click anything? Did I bug the game? Yeah. A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants here, and the rusty slave collars glint in the dust. These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Deep groove seemingly left by a giant hand furiously scratching at the stone. You hear some muttering coming from a pile of bones. Gone. They're all gone. Left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace. A large, giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the dretch called Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you. What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? Been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace, with a view of Ishiar's best beaches." The dredge mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, "I was on my way to see Mr. Cervelier, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every Lazar Brimmerbrat can do it, but I can't. All I could do is reach the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift. But now I can't go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys." Portal keys? You've seen those big things up on the surface? They were kept closed most of the time, so the slaves wouldn't run away. They can be opened with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I would have left this nasty place in a heartbeat. And then, who knows, maybe I could have found Mistress Aurelio. Is Aurelio around here somewhere? You're a funny lad, you are, the demon grunts. My mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here, and the next she's gone. But she loves coming to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here. What is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats, in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Lenticula. The suture grimaces. A former burrow, that is. Once I visited this place with my mistress Aurelio, on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Hapzimera was choking the life out of both. You know Hapzimera, do you? Nasty horn-handed Nephilim and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away they had all fled. Where'd all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? The mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. Here to find the source of the Nahindrian crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, I've just found one. Good for you. You've just found one. Good for you. The suture swept his arms in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals. But it was long ago. They depleted it, and they left. So the crystals are simply mined like any regular mineral? Simple enough, but not that simply, the suture grunts. They can be mined, alright, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive, and that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several more on this island as far as I could see, and they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. How long have demons known the secrets of the crystals? What is the secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress. I mean, Lords Baphomet and Discari are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire abyss. Everything is clear to me now. So quick to understand, aren't we? I have to go. You know what? You better look around real closely. Mayhap you'll find a key? A portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass. But if it's filled with power, it'll shine purple. I walked around too. Search some more. Giant's bones look like they've been gnawed on. Stone gouged and crumbled in traces of falling purple dust in several places. Attack. Nice. So what do I have here? Okay, well I guess those are for somebody else then. Plus 2 decks. Anything else good? Target DC does not stack with itself. Stacks with effects from other sources. What have you got on? Yeah, he's not really a caster. He's mostly melee. After if enough work at making weapon or unarmed attacks for 1d3 rounds. I'll try it on him. Because it doesn't count as a weapon, right? The kinetic blast. Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out, right? I need to swap this because the weapon's still doing damage to him. That just bugs the crap out of me that it does damage to him when there's no reason that it should. Well, what I should do is this. Alright. Or should I put it on wall? Because what does this do? Versus... Oh, it's just flat out more damage. Yep. Sorry. Where did it go? Speed corrosive short spear. Plus 4, plus an additional d6 acid damage. Actually, yeah, that's the best weapon. I feel like I should just rest. Because she's got this thing that's slowing me down. Or is it that we're overburdened? I don't know why it didn't occur to me that I'm just carrying too much shit.
Keep your calm.
Okay, I was gonna say, I think that's the Midnight Fang portal.
There are many roads to success.
Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes, her lips crusted with blood, release a groan. You Baphomet's spawn. Run. Run through your portal. You run too, Hepzimira. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge anyway. Who did this to you? Hepzimira, the succubus groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them. Wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. The ones who maimed you. Where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest. She then adds in a wheezing voice, "My key. I've got it hidden in a lesser shaft, not the one with the bones. Another one in a bigger shaft, among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal." You've kept death waiting long enough. The mine shaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. Somebody stopped. What happened? Why are we stopping? Zacharias. It takes you a moment to recognize the ghostly floating figure of Zacharias the Lich. His dry, rasping voice fills your ears as he begins to lecture you angrily. Student, where have you been all this time? I finished my research, studied the crystal you brought me. And where were you? Do you think I have languished in my prison long enough? Are you trying to test my patience? I'm searching for new sources of strength and power. Don't waste your time with worthless nonsense. I am the only one who can give you true power. The Lich gives an exasperated sigh. Well, we shall have to find a way to use your absence to our advantage. I completed my examination of the vessel you brought me, and though I do not understand how it is connected to your soul, something else has been made clear to me. From my examination of the crystal vessel, I can conclude that this magical item has somehow come into contact with your spiritual essence. The traces of your essence lingered within the vessel, like drops of wine in an empty jug. After a close inspection of these tiny remnants of your soul, I can say that it is very strong. It is certainly much stronger than that of a mortal. It is more akin to the soul of an ancient dragon or a demigod, perhaps even an imperial or demon lord. No wonder it has resisted my spells and my attempts to free it from your body. In order to perform the ritual, you have to find a way to weaken your soul. What's wrong with my soul? The Lich gives you a searching glance and then says, some with my bitterness, You were just lucky. I'm not sure how you have such a powerful soul. I must admit, I do find it somewhat ironic that such a strong soul is contained in such an average host. You really are completely ordinary in all respects save one. Have you encountered a soul like mine? No, I did not think that mortal souls could possess this much power, energy and power. You are an anomaly. You do not understand how your mortal body could contain such a powerful soul. It is all most intriguing. The object I gave you, do you know what it is? It is a magical item, but its purpose escapes me. Such items can be used for ritualistic purposes in a dozen different ways. I myself had once had a similar copper jug. I would speak words of power and then store them in the jug until I was ready to use them. We need to make my soul weaker? How do we do that? How would I know? I have never encountered a problem like this before. Normally the soul has to be strengthened so that it can endure the separation from the body without slipping away to Pharasma. Zacharias cracks his bony knuckles and sighs. Then he continues in a more conciliatory tone. I don't know why I struggled with that word. I know what it means. The problem you're facing is not easy, and I see no solution at present. But if we wish to gain mastery over death, you must first gain mastery over yourself. A candidate for immortality must have patience and self-control. Wait for a solution to present itself. Be attentive and use discernment. You will find the answer eventually. Until then, you will just have to wait. Before you disappear, can you tell me how the Crusade is doing? Zacharias smirks arrogantly. The pathetic fool Galfrey had the sense not to let an opportunity go to waste. She's made every effort to build on your success by launching an offensive to the west, and she enjoys somewhat greater popularity among the soldiers than you do. However, I doubt that comes as a surprise. The common folk have never been able to appreciate those above them, and mediocrity always despises greatness. As for your ziggurat, Galfrey ordered an attack against it, but I sealed the doors and left dealt with a swift death to those first 24 attackers. They took the hint, and the Crusaders left me alone after that. Focusing instead on the guards posted around your fortress. I understand. Wait, student. What? Did it cut him off? Trek all the way back up to the Hand of the Inheritor. Excuse me. Can I move faster on my own? Nope. So it's got to be the party weight thing. The Annie of the Inheritor seems to be immersed in either contemplation or prayer, but as you approach, he looks up. Champion! Regarding our mission. I'm listening, Champion. I have reasons to believe that the hindering crystals will remain right here in the mines. The angel flexes his wings, so the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines. Hepsamira. Hepsamira herself. Anger rings in the hand of the Inheritor's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary, a Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazund, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Hepsamira is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she is behind the secrets of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula's and Baphomet's servants. I'm not at all surprised. The alliances between demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. We must learn about what is going on. What if I try to use my powers to open these portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. These portals are unlike the seal in Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you will either destroy them for good, or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led and where our quarry fled. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mine the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. That's all I've learned so far. And there's quite a lot. I've learned everything I wanted to know about this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. Then let us begin the pursuit at once. The hand of the Inheritor exclaims fervently. The portal begins to glow brightly, and the hand of the Inheritor gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heaven above, just look at that! I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Lucianira, the damned city of Nocticula. Oh, jeez. That's where our enemies were heading. You think you're quick, eh? Well, I am quicker. The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon who rushes into the portal. The cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear, even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. I've got the second key. The demon's plots cannot stop us, but we still have much success. Haven't had much success in countering them. That is why we must make haste and move onward. This portal leads to Lucianira. What could this mean? It means we'll be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Lucianira is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, or rather a little less dangerous, than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly, and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Will we have to move onward altogether? I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it would be best if we build it right here, far from larger demonic settlements, and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All of your companions that are currently unoccupied shall take care of guarding and setting up camp. Let's go! Let me tell you something, champion. We're going to Lucianira, the city of cunning and seduction. As I am sad to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies in the hindering crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Hepsamira has something to do with all of this, we'll need another demon that matches her power. We'll need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we know that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place. But I prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself that not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can, and the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go. By the light and the sword. Okay, so I'm actually going to take a break here. because I realized I haven't eaten in like 6 hours. So when we come back, I will pick this back up. So see you in a second. Alright, so I actually went through, I leveled everybody up, did their Myth of Past stuff. I should have rested. I didn't think to do that. Actually. Yeah, I'm going to go back and rest. Because I need to give everyone their spells. I'm less worried about using it. I'm actually going to do this. My main character can handle the elementals. Or the elemental resistances, and I'm not using Lesser Restoration, so okay. Did I make him a bard and I totally forgot? Oh, and I made him an Inquisitor. I just didn't realize this gave him spells too. Oh. Okay. Plus down here. Put this down here for healing. We'll put this here for damage. Take some more healing. This for prayer. More healing. And what does this do? That's gonna be pointless. Put these in the bar. That's it. Okay.
Got it.
Judging by the surroundings, these are slums of Lucinar, Nocticula's capital city. The abode of beggars and vagabonds, it is impossible to descend any further except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. Yeah, let's go back and rest. Oh, no, we're not walking slow because we haven't rested. We're walking slow because we're overloaded. So while I probably should rest, it's not necessary. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Lucianir's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth. Right, all just strutting around, gawking. One of them approached me the other day and asked, "I'm sorry, I'm lost. Can you please show me my way back to the middle city?" Well, so I did. Show him. You've got some nerve. Oh, I'm gonna have to read that later. If a guard caught you, they would have torn your head off. Nocticula banned messing with the guests. I was discreet, brought him to a nice and cozy backstreet where no one could hear his screams. The abyss is chaos, and everything in it is constantly changing in both appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. So actually, did I check all of her stuff? Did take damage into her. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
It's locked.
What's going on here?
No one stands
I
in my
need to
way.
concentrate. Does anyone require my counsel?
Nope. That's the group.
All right.
Okay.
I'm up for an adventure.
Yeah. Also took me a really long time to realize. Actually, I don't think I realized. I'm pretty sure I had to read it that the stuff moves based on the camera.
Got this one.
Which made my first exploration of this place really, really long. Nope. Go back up. There we go.
Keep your calm.
Yeah, Isles, the abyssal realm of Noctica can be found in Ishiar, the great ocean of the abyss. The sound of your footsteps startles the demon and she gives you a baleful look. You have disturbed me, mortal. Why have you broken my solitude? On second thought, save your answers. Your reasons do not interest me. A boy of 12 stands next to her. The boy examines his wrists, which are covered in strange round scars that look like they may have come from suction cups. His inflamed skin, burning eyes, and general appearance suggest that demon blood runs through his veins. He lifts his gaze and gives you a long, sad look. Who are you? I am Zara, the grim, mortal worm, the most skillful explorer of the depths of Ishiar. I learned from Master Willadus himself, the trusted mage of Our Lady in Shadow. One day I will surpass my master's skill and take his place. Everyone knows this, including Willadus himself. So next time you dare to address me, do so with respect if you'd like your head to remain on your shoulders. Show some respect back in Galarian, it would tell anyone as insolent as you some manners. The demon falls silent with surprise, then finally answers. I don't know you, I've had no dealings with you, I've never seen you kill anyone save for those putrescent rats. Why should I respect you? Because of stories about some strange, dull world that is of absolutely no interest in me. What are you doing? I'm listening to the ocean and waiting for this worthless whelp to recover enough strength to plunge back into Ishiar's depths. What a shame I cannot walk the path myself. How ironic that the most coveted mysteries are revealed to the most pitiful of creatures, mortals. Who's the boy? Demon gives you an arrogant snort. Zorges is my son, the best of my offspring. He is helpful in a breeding, which is the only reason I condescend to take care of this wretched creature. I address the boy. Are you alright, kid? The boy flinches as you speak to him. He looks at you with amusement, perhaps even fear. Then his eyes dart to the demon. Mother, may I speak to him? The demon's voice holds suspicion and anger. Don't speak to the boy. What do you want with him? Are you plotting to steal him away? Be warned, if you lay a finger on him, you'll regret it. What are you doing to your son? Tell me the truth. The demon frowns haughtily. Do you think I will truly answer you, worm? I grow ever more inclined to destroy you as well. Mother tells me to dive deep, to places where moonlight never reaches. Down there, the boy stops, his words drowned out by the demon's angry hissing. Sorry, Mother, I won't say any more. Champion, how could he allow this child to remain in the hands of this cruel creature? Your mother would say we have no right to deprive a child of their parents' love, but these creatures do not know love. How could a mother be so cruel to her child? Zara shrugs. So what if he's my blood? That's not why I feed and protect him. Little Zorges is powerful because his brothers and sisters died during my research. He's the only one who shows reliable, consistent results. What would you prefer, Zorges? What do I want? In the depths, nobody knows this word, want. And I wasn't taught on the surface either. I know how to obey, dive, be quiet, but I don't know how to want. What could I possibly want? Stop addressing my property, worm, or I'll pour the waters of Ishtar down your throat and let the ocean's tiny mollusks devour you from inside and turn you into their shell. Taking a child away from a bad mother is not a crime, but rather a good deed. Be gone! The demon looks you over and the confidence in her eyes fades. She shrugs. You want to take the boy? I don't care. He's yours. I won't fight over a trifle like the life of some mortal spawn, especially since it's nearly exhausted its usefulness. Take him and do as you want with him. The boy you saved him from his wicked mother gives you a look that is both sad and mature beyond his years. I sense a certain darkness within this youth, hiding deep inside. Yet he himself is not evil. His soul is pure and kind, as a child's soul should be. The boy is silent and focused, as if he heard the voice of the hand. And he suddenly responds, Does the spirit speak the truth? Is there really darkness inside me? But how can I carry evil in me, yet not be evil? His gaze pierces you as if he wants to say something else, but reconsiders at the last moment. Can you see and hear the hand of the inheritor? Yes, he glows, and he is not evil. I think I like him. But I feel there is an irreconcilable conflict between us. It is unfortunate. So the child can hear and see me. He is not evil, nor is he a sorcerer, a mage, or a wizard. He wields no spells that could reveal the unseen, and carries no such spells cast by someone else. He just sees. What powers does this youth possess? Who are you? Mother named me Zorges. I am a creature of her making, and, until recently, I was her creature in every way. I had many brothers and sisters, but none survived for research, so I was the only one left. Now that my mother is gone, I don't know who I am. Am I Zorges? But that name means nothing. It was whispered into my mother's ear by Ishtar. So who am I? Tell me about your mother. Her name is Zara the Grim. She used to be a pauper, a diver who collected what Ishtar had taken. The ocean has no floor, so whatever she recovered hadn't sunk too deep, but those bounties were as generous as Ishtar is harsh. No one knows the ocean as well as she did. She knows the safe passages, and she guides ships, swimming at half speed so they don't fall behind. She's a child of Ishtar. She was created in it. Her first cry burst from her lips the moment she broke the surface. But many centuries have passed since her incarnation. She is dark like Ishtar, cruel like Ishtar, powerful and uncompromising like Ishtar, fertile and merciless toward her children like Ishtar. What magical experiments did Zara perform on you? I'm too young, and I don't know enough to judge them. We'd go to the shore, to Ishtar. She'd feed me portions, then force me to dive, deeper and deeper each time. By the time I was 8, I could dive so deep the water pressed on me from all sides, and my body no longer wanted to ascend. I had to stay there as long as I could. Then I'd come up, my nose bleeding, and sometimes my mouth and ears as well, even my eyes. The next day, Mother would make me drink a different potion, then send me down again. It was so dark down there. I could feel the touches of strange, dark things. Sometimes their vibrations reached me as if they were communicating with me. On those days, I vomited black slime. I tried to hear their voices, but I never had enough time. Mother would be furious, beat me, brew a new potion, then make me dive deeper, stay longer. The last time I spent 7 hours in the water. There's so many vibrations they enveloped me. I then realized I am neither food nor an enemy, though I have the blood of the enemy in my veins. What does it mean? I don't understand. It was a little boring, so I imagined that I was a giant octopus floating in the deep, waiting for prey. I'm afraid no one else will tell you more about me because you anchor my mother, and she is vindictive. So what are you going to do? What are we going to do with you now? I'd rather not go home, and I have nowhere else to go. What do they do, those who have nowhere to go? I don't know. Maybe I should live in Ishtar? Champion, we have no right to leave him here by himself. He needs care, and fate has entrusted you with this child. I have faith that you will make the right choice. Excuse me. You will find refuge at my camp if you so choose. The boy nods solemnly. Thank you for deciding for me, but granting the right to choose. Others have not done this, and so I will accept your invitation. The little one is now safe in our care. Neither his cruel mother nor a remorseless kidnapper will cause him further harm. I'm glad we share a belief that children should not be victims of such evil. I'm certain young Zorges will be better off on Golarion. A sturdy door locked and covered with frightening carved pictures. I don't think he's going to open this. Wait, did that bug then? Was that not supposed to... Group of dirty beggars in tattered clothes have gathered around a handsome young man with messy dark hair. The crowd is clearly hostile, but he doesn't seem to notice. He gives the beggars a charming smile, completely oblivious to the sharp shivs glinting in their hands. The young man has a gloved puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags, with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize in a surprisingly deep voice. Hey, you lousy parasites, who's in charge here? The young man lowers his puppet and beams cheerfully. He addresses the crowd normally in a warm, friendly voice. I would like to invite your leader to a romantic dinner, with candles. I'll pay for everything, of course. Do not interfere. The beggars whisper among themselves. You manage to catch a few snippets of their conversation. He's crazy, leave him be, and what if he bites you? Before the crowd disperses, the young man jots something down in his notebook. The sounds around you fade and the world is plunged into eerie silence. Street noise never ceases in Illusion era, but even it has disappeared. You are surrounded by thick and impenetrable darkness from which 3 pairs of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. I am Longren, the victorious commander of the Fifth Crusade. I know your name. Your nature I know not. I am Nazirius. I kill. The monster's whispered hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than human speech. It is impossible to say whether it is boasting, threatening, or simply stating a fact. Minago the Lilitu purchased your death. Incomprehensible. You are immortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap. An opportunity? An enigma. What are you? There was a Fey Lord. There was an opulent court. There was a court executioner. The Lord was generous, gave the gift of death to many. Everything is different now. The Lord is overthrown. The court is disbanded. The executioner is gone. Now I am here, peddling death. You realize you are facing an Anko. These evil creatures have control over shadows and often serve powerful Fey Lords as executioners and assassins. It is not surprising this creature makes a living on Illusionara as a killer for hire now that its master is gone. And yet the Anko looks unusual even for a Fey. The creature must have somehow become tied by blood to the demons during his journey through the abyss. One shouldn't underestimate mortals. I twice defeated Minago. Clear now, even more perplexing. How can a mortal defeat a Lilitu? Trickery? I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily. No, I can't examine him. Yeah, let's go with this. Because he doesn't drop anything. Minago is afraid of you. Why? Something is wrong. The monster lapses into puzzled silence. Minago is not a lord, just a client. The deal can be terminated, but there is a condition. Reputation. A cheated customer means a ruined reputation. Kill Minago. No client, no contract, no problem. We have a deal. Where is she? A house in the lower city appears in your mind. Find her there. Come and kill her. The monster silently vanishes. Your ears are once again filled by the ceaseless din of Illusionary streets. Oh, up there. I was like, where?
Is that a trap?
There are many.
This halfling with his horribly burned face and crimson whiteless eyes looked strangely familiar. After a moment's recollection, you remember his features. This is the sobbing man who stumbled into a nest of Escavors and lost his sight as a result. Luckily for him, you arrived just in time to pull him out of that ditch. Only for him to end up in an even more dangerous and sinister place. Don't you recognize me? I saved you from those Vescavors. For a few seconds, the halfling is silent, stunned, and then exclaims in excitement. From one eerie eye, a single bloody tear appears, out of sheer emotion, perhaps. I thought your voice was familiar, but for the life of me, I couldn't remember where I'd heard it. So it was you. What a surprise! What a joy! I thought I was a goner, and then you grabbed me by my skivvies and snatched me out of the claws of death. I never had a chance to repay you. When I came to, I looked around and there were those crusaders everywhere. My first thought was that they got me. They cut up for me, those pious dogs. I hadn't noticed that I was unbound and unguarded until later, when I took off running. I wasn't right in the head, you see. I had a nasty fever, and I didn't even get the chance to meet my savior. But not this time. I'm not going anywhere. Here, take this for old Sam Crow, the scoundrel, who still lives and breathes instead of lying dead in that blasted canyon. Take it all! The halfling insistently presses a small bag full of magical amulets into your hands. What's wrong with your eyes? I thought I healed you. The halfling grunts grimly. The Vescavors left some crap behind. Some kind of acidic slime, or maybe those wretches laid their eggs. I don't know. Whatever it was, on the 7th day my left eye went dim, and on the 9th, some sort of shadow spawned in my right one. It kept wriggling in there. A healer in the battle bliss cut out my old eyes, and sewed these in instead. Now I can see in pitch darkness, and tell differences in temperature, and do a bunch of other stuff. A master of his craft, that healer was. Ruthless, though. How did you end up in the crevice? As soon as those crusaders started mopping up our forces in Canabras, I knew it was time to split. Them Eagle Watch interrogators snooping around everywhere, asking questions. Just how did Baphomet cultists get into the city with such ease before the attack? You know, half our agents are scholars, not spies. Catch one and I'll rat out the rest. So I was out of there in an instant and on my way back to my mates. I wish I could have found a proper guide, though. I wouldn't have fallen into that Vescavor nest. Why were you scared of the Crusaders? As I was legging it away from Canabras, I just couldn't shake off the image of the gallows they'd hang me from, for treason and all that. You wouldn't believe all the stunts I pulled off. I smuggled Lady Mago's letters into the city, hid cultists under the guise of merchant guards in my own home, brought Faxon into the Tower of Estrad, did some research on the Black Library for Lord Xanther, who showed the demons where the Crusader barracks were on the first night. Me. They were all cut down, unarmored, and half asleep. When the resistance gathered at the Defender's Heart, who was it that found out and told the demons about it? Me again. The whole thing hinged on messengers and spies like me. That's why the Crusaders would have gladly hung me if I were caught. Why work for the demons? All for wizardly knowledge. I've always been curious to a fault, especially when it comes to magic. Once I was allowed wizards' books, there was no stopping me. So I met a guy who let me read a whole bunch of banned books. It wasn't until later that I found out he was an apprentice of Xanther the Plagued One himself. Now that one knows a lot. So I asked to be the Plagued One's apprentice too. That's how I chose my side. What are you doing in the abyss? The halfling gives you a sly smile, which looks rather creepy with his red eyes. Same thing you are, hiding. You're one of Baphomet's agents too, right? Why else would you be holed up in this dump with me instead of fighting over in Galarian? I have a keen eye, and I can spot a fellow cultist from a mile away. Sam Crow grinned smugly, clearly proud of his own insight. You thought you'd be safe in the abyss? You thought wrong. Sure, you're an Eagle Watch hound. Did that bitch Erebeth send you after me? Help! Crusader bounty hunters are crawling over the abyss now. Not that I particularly cared about him, but you're not gonna screw me over then. And then live. A wrinkled demon with broken fangs and missing eyes stands before you. The eye socket is occupied by a large, squirming, multi-legged insect. It seems not to cause the demon any discomfort. He greets you with venom in his tone. Welcome to the bad luck. I am Burgess, the innkeeper. Our establishment upholds a high standard of service, and that it's better to eat and drink here instead of a ditch. Sleep here at your own risk, drown the rest of your life in cheap swill, or purchase goods of the highest quality and dubious origin. Upon giving your entourage an appraising look, the demon adds in a second voice, we accept payment in gold and slaves. Show me wares. Demon kicks open a large chest filled to the brim with all sorts of things. There are weapons and bloody clothing. It seems like these items once belonged to visitors from many different worlds. Here you are. Have your gold ready. I don't offer credit. The demon's voice drops to a whisper. By the way, I have something unique I can offer only to you. An Ahandrian crystal. It holds incredible power. What's an Ahandrian crystal? You mean you haven't heard of them, but everyone in Illusionar talks about them nonstop. Well, listen. This lot of demons appeared, and they were so strong you couldn't help but wonder how they acquired such power. And then the strange thing is, those same demons used to be common riffraff, but then they became, well, I don't know what they are. But whatever it is, it's strong. Rumor has it, it's these supposed Nihindrian crystals are the source of their power. Nobody knows what they are or how to get them, but everybody wants one. The word has grown quite popular these days. Everything is Nihindrian. This is Nihindrian. Everything is Nihindrian this, Nihindrian that. No matter where you look, it's all hogwash and lies, of course. But my crystal is the real deal. Don't ask how I acquired it. That's my secret. But I could sell it to you. Fascinating. I'm interested. Ashmaker. Okay. Buy the soup. Same regrets were plus one company. That's, yeah, nope. Okay, so oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. That bugged out. Let's just do this. Oh, did I sell a bunch of... Yeah, it's fine. I don't have anyone who can't cast it on their own. Light wounds, moderate wounds, moderate wounds. Yep, cool. I don't think I made enough money off that transaction. Holy crap. Ranged weapons? All evocation school spells. Some of the latest rumors. Pay 500 gold and drink. The demon observes your face with obvious interest. The liquor stings and fills your mouth with the foul taste of salt and rotten fish. What do you want to know? Tell me about the Lucianera. In short, there's no order in this city. There never has been and never will be. There are no laws here, as we demons spit on laws. The only law here is might makes right. Take everything you can and give away anything you can't protect. Obey those stronger than you, and maybe they'll devour someone else. Everyone does what Nocticula says. She split Illusionaire into three quarters: the lower city, the middle city, and the upper city. The elites live comfortable lives above, the fools and losers are up below, and everyone else sits in the middle city and dreams of climbing up, though they mostly fall. Each quarter is walled, so that no one goes anywhere they shouldn't. Guards watch the gates. Although, in truth, the guards are just a bunch of the most vicious and violent demons who carry out Nocticula's commands. If someone cuts you down in front of them, they won't interfere, unless she orders them to. Then again, if you decide to bash someone's head in, they won't concern themselves with it. The only reason they might chase you away is if they want to loot the corpse themselves. The important thing is, don't kill anyone in front of a crowd, and don't bother guests from other planes. Nocticula has her reasons. She's trying to turn Illusionaire into the planar bazaar of the Abyss. And as you walk around Illusionaire, keep track of the time. Oh, not in some tiresome don't waste your time sense. Watch the time as if you were in a jungle and a predator was lurking in the brush. It might pounce on you and freeze you in place, stealing days, months, even years. You wouldn't notice any changes, and everyone around you would grow old and forget about you. In the Abyss, time is a fickle and unruly thing. Tell me about this quarter. Demon points to a bottle of liquor. Imagine Illusionaire as this bottle. The lower city is the bottom. The explanation is quite apt, as the bottom of the bottle is coated with foul-looking scum, and a dead insect with two fanged mouths is stuck to it. A cesspit. If someone or something needs to be eliminated, they send it to the lower city. They say the arena is the heart of the quarter, but that's nonsense. Thus, this whole quarter is one massive arena. Everyone here is a murderer, a thief, and a scumbag. The bloodshed never ceases, and the denizens of Illusionaire watch it with delight and wager on who will emerge from this lake of blood. You may think of the slums as a useless appendage, but they are the main source of entertainment for the city. Tell me about the other quarters of the city. The middle city is all about trade. The 10,000 Delights offer sex, the flesh market steals and slaves and weapons, the mercenaries and assassins sell the death of enemies. The most successful business person of all is Chimera at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. Her merchandise is Nocticula's favor, and the favor of the powers that be. The upper city is for those who already have everything and have no use for trade. Imagine if you were a creature of divine power that could live in complete comfort, free of almost all limits. That's the kind who live in the upper city. You'd be wise to stay away from them. In the lower city, they'll just kill you and defile your corpse. In the upper city, they'll pull your soul out through your nostrils with a red-hot needle, cook it into a stew, and then force you to eat it and wash it down with a cocktail made from your eyes and marrow. Are there many folks from Galarian here? Quite a few, but most of them wear special accessories. The demon draws an imaginary circle around his neck. They're slaves is what I mean. Or meat, sometimes. We do get some free ones from time to time. Scum, as a rule. The only type who can survive amongst demons. Your fellow Dampiers come here more often than the other kinds of Galarians. On their way to or from Cabriri's realm, I guess. Your vampire can have a lot of common interests with his ghouls, no matter how much you turn your noses up and pretend that you're better than other kinds of undead. I need a room for that. 1,000 gold coins, and you can take the room in the back. It's quite a sum, I know, but you can clearly afford it. For your sake, I hope you're a light sleeper. Some pranksters have taken to breaking into rooms while the occupants are sleeping, stealing their eyes, and stitching their mouths and ears together for fun. Picked a terrible place to arrest, outsider. Now we'll get ye and help ourselves to your things.
Practice my combat abilities.
Okay. I did not expect this. Okay. Let's give myself some defenses right now. Oh, of course it failed. I need to... Actually, yeah, here we go. Okay, we're fine there. Okay, Stelton. How funny the bandits are like stupidly weak. Oh, they're not. Okay, that's weird. There we go. 10. Oh, D4.
I got this.
Like how they haven't coded the A to be smart enough to, Oh, he saved.
Let's hear you cry!
Damn you!
He keeps trying to heal us.
Hear you cry.
Run them through!
Are you still here?
Run them through.
These are surprisingly strong for just Babao. Like... Oh, whoops. Oh.
All right. All right.
Did we rest?
Never stop
No, I guess we did. Because I got all my spells. Actually, I don't want that anymore. Okay, what does this do? Didn't realize I forgot to finish putting all my stuff on. Okay, what do these do? Damage against swarms. DC 24. Okay. So did I just pay for $1,000 to sleep and then immediately get into a fight?
Pay attention.
Okay. Well, this is all. Okay. Order wasn't that scuffed then.
Keep your wits about you.
Actually, let's use some of these potions that I have. Since, like, never use them in battle.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
I probably shouldn't have him just. I should probably just not have him cast spells.
Beautiful.
Should I?
All this waiting for.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
Everyone is mortal in this world. Especially.
Does anyone require my counsel? I'm up for an adventure.
Okay. For funsies. Can't get up there yet, so we're gonna teleport here. And we're gonna do it again. Right here.
Here we go again. I'll get it next time.
Okay. That's well within range. I just rolled really badly.
Got this one. Let's see what we can do.
Again, I just rolled really badly.
All right.
I'm losing my temper.
Battles await.
I know mystic theology, arcane
All this
romancy,
waiting.
Oh, we didn't?
Eldritch
So I got a full rest, but nobody else did?
and many other
Okay.
clever words.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, dang it. Wasted a spell slot. No, that is definitely not working as intended.
Let's move already. None shall escape!
Actually, I need to get. Can be an alchemist. What's this proper? Let's get the alchemist. Cool. So we still got some hits in on the marauder.
Just have to resort to brute force.
Actually, yeah, I'll take the burn. It's fine. What? The hell? Okay. Oh crap. Can I put him to sleep? Perfect. Okay.
Out of my way!
Stupid concealment.
So it comes to this.
Oh, because I have 8 burn. Oh, did I hit my guys? I must have hit my guys. Okay, well then the indications on where that's gonna hit are way the fuck off.
Out of my way!
Never stop burning.
No, I probably should have done that instead of
I am here all week.
keep your wits about you.
Okay. Teleport here. Where's the other one? There.
I need to concentrate.
And we'll do it again. Walking down a street in Illusionary, you see Ember. She is sitting on the ground, surrounded by demons, shielding a scrawny babu who looks like he's been beaten. Why are you doing this to him? You're hurting him. Hey, you little ragamuffin, we'll beat you up too. Who are you anyway? I'm just a mortal, weak and silly. Compared to you, I'm a mayfly. One moment I'm here, the next I'm gone. But you better listen to what I tell you, because I've lived more than you have. I'm gonna say nothing. Demon draws close to the girl and looks her over with contempt. What's with all the riddles? What do you mean you've lived more than us? It's very simple. I haven't lived very long, but I have friends, those I can protect, those who are glad to see me, those who are, there are many sad things, but I still know what happiness is. But you, beating, biting, fearing, hating each other, are you really happy? And if you aren't, is this any kind of life? So yeah, I've lived a lot, but you've spent centuries and centuries without really living. Ugh, this mortal brat. This lump of meat is going to preach to us? The demon gives a predatory sniff, bends down, and shows his mouth filled with sharp teeth. You know what makes me happy? Gobbling up tasty pieces of meat like you. Ember looks at him serenely. She reaches out and strokes his horned head with her burned palm. Poor thing. You were so hurt and scared all the time. You feel a bit better for a while when you torture others and forget about your suffering. But is that really happiness? The demon recoils from her touch. There's a combination of surprise and terror on his fearsome face. Are you crazy or something? The demons stand around the girl. Their faces show caution and rapacious interest. It is clear that they are slightly afraid of the girl, who shows no fear, but at the same time, they see no obvious threat. This is a little like no, not really. I warn you, this girl's under my protection. If anyone so much as touches her, they won't be leaving here in one piece. The demons cautiously look you over. No one's gonna touch her. What do we want with a little runt like that? Come now, little one. Keep telling your lies. Your lies. What were you saying? Love, friendships, that sort of drivel? She's a witch. Probably wants to sell us something. Some magic potion or herbs. Come on, show us. What do you have? What? No, I'm not selling anything. I just wanted to tell you how much you're missing. I mean, you're freer than anyone in the world. But you use this freedom to make life miserable for yourself and everyone else. Just think how much happier you could be. Ember keeps preaching. The demons listen, occasionally interrupting the girl with laughter and obscene jokes. Finally, they grow bored and walk away. They left. Do you think they understood anything? Who knows? Even I'm intrigued to see how it will turn out. You're right. I want to help them so much, but how can I know what will work and what won't? Maybe in an hour's time, you and I won't even be alive. You know what? I was thinking. I tried sending prayers to the demon lords, and I tried talking to demons in the street. But one of the demon lords lives right here in the city. Not Tequila, right? What if I try to talk to her? Not through a prayer, but in person. You're going to meet her sooner or later, aren't you? Please take me with you. I'm sure if we meet face to face like you and I are talking right now, I'll be able to convince her to stop being so mean. You'll take me to her, promise?
Waste of my time.
Incomprehensible scrawls were in the wall of countless dialects of the abyss. Did I fail it? Ugh.
My expertise prevailed.
Use my past the cars and get to the streets above.
I'll get it next time.
Are you kidding me? That didn't sound good. Oh, okay. Well, I'm annoyed that I failed this right here, because I believe that's part of a chain that I can no longer do, because... Yeah, let's get this one. Oh. Okay. They're gonna kill him so fast.
You made your choice.
That they really need to be clear about where these boundaries are on this thing, because that should not be anywhere near where I placed it. Yeah, see, that's so. It's annoying.
I'm losing my temper. Knowledge is the key to victory. I'm up for an adventure. Watch out for trouble. A waste of my time.
Um, okay. While we're here,
Does anyone require my counsel?
Actually, this is where I'm gonna cut it because this is one of my. It's not one of my longer ones, but this is about how long they're in my run. So this is where I'm gonna call it. As always, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And leave a comment if you want to point out how bad I am at this game, or suggest a build, or talk about a build, or anything. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.